Scene script. Have you ever wondered why, despite consuming calcium-rich foods, you still experience calcium deficiency symptoms? Cue your surprised face. Well, it's a common misconception that guzzling down milk or chowing on red meat guarantees your body's calcium needs are met. Contrarily, it's not just about how much calcium you take in, it's about how your body absorbs it. The sun isn't the only source of vitamin D3 either, despite what many believe. Yes, ultraviolet light can convert skin cholesterol into vitamin D3, but relying solely on sunlight isn't enough. Deep-sea fish, tuna, salmon, sardines, and egg yolk, they all play a part in this vitamin's intake. And let's not forget about vitamin K2, the unsung hero in the calcium absorption story. Without sufficient vitamin K2, all the calcium you consume might just end up loitering in your blood vessels, causing more harm than good. So, remember, it's not just about taking in calcium, it's about how your body absorbs it. The process of calcium absorption is more complex than you might think. Yes, consuming calcium-rich foods is vital, but it's not the whole story. Our bodies need a helping hand to absorb this essential mineral effectively. Enter vitamin D3. Vitamin D3 plays a pivotal role in calcium absorption. Think of it as the middle management of your body. It doesn't produce the goods, but it ensures they get where they need to go. In this case, it helps transport calcium from the foods we eat into our bloodstream, where it can then be distributed to our bones and other parts of the body that need it. Now, there are two primary ways that our bodies obtain vitamin D3. One of them is through our diet, but it's a bit of a challenge. Foods like deep-sea fish, tuna, salmon, sardines, and egg yolk do contain vitamin D3, but not in quantities sufficient enough for our needs. This is where our second source comes into play, a source that is, quite literally, out of this world. Sunlight, or more specifically ultraviolet light from the sun, can convert cholesterol in our skin into vitamin D3. It's a remarkable process, really. Spend about 15 minutes in the sun every day, and your body can produce all the vitamin D3 it needs for calcium absorption. Of course, this is subject to factors like your geographical location, the time of year, and your skin type. The genius of this natural process is that it's self-regulating. Your body won't produce more vitamin D3 than it needs from sunlight exposure. However, it's crucial to remember that excessive sun exposure can lead to other health problems like skin cancer. So, balance is key. In essence, vitamin D3 is a crucial cog in the machinery of calcium absorption. It's not just about loading up on calcium-rich foods. You also need to ensure your body has enough vitamin D3 to effectively utilize the calcium you're providing. Therefore, vitamin D3 is essential for effective calcium absorption. But wait, there's another player in the game, vitamin K2. Now, you might be wondering, what exactly is this under-the-radar vitamin, and how does it fit into the calcium absorption puzzle? Well, vitamin K2, in essence, is a bit of a superstar when it comes to bone health. This vitamin has a unique ability to carboxylate or expand the bone matrix. It does this by activating a protein known as osteocalcin, which plays a critical role in ensuring calcium gets where it needs to go. It's kind of like the traffic cop of your body, directing calcium away from your arteries and into your bones. Without vitamin K2, osteocalcin remains inactive, and calcium ions are left to wander aimlessly, potentially leading to unwanted calcifications in your blood vessels. So, where does one find this essential vitamin? Vitamin K2 can be found in a variety of foods, but it's predominantly found in green vegetables, high-quality proteins, dairy products, and fermented foods like natto. The trick is to maintain a balanced rotation of these foods to ensure your body is getting enough vitamin K2 to keep your calcium traffic cop on its toes. However, it's important to note that the recommended daily intake of vitamin K2 from food remains a bit of a mystery. We know it's essential for bone health, but just how much we need is still up for debate. This is why a well-rounded dietary approach is key, ensuring you're not just relying on one source for your vitamin K2 fix. And here's the kicker. If your body is lacking vitamin K2, it doesn't matter how much calcium you're taking in. Without vitamin K2 to activate osteocalcin and guide calcium to your bones, the calcium you consume can end up lingering in your blood vessels, becoming a factor in vascular calcification. So, while you're chugging down that milk or popping those calcium supplements, remember that they're just one part of the puzzle. Without sufficient vitamin K2, even high calcium intake can lead to vascular calcification. But what about those with lactase deficiency? How do they ensure proper calcium absorption? This is a really important question to ask because lactase deficiency can affect how well your body absorbs calcium. The human body has varying absorption rates for different types of calcium, and this is where understanding your body's specific needs comes into play. For instance, lactase-deficient individuals may have a harder time absorbing calcium from dairy products like milk due to their lack of the enzyme lactase, which breaks down lactose in milk. But there's a solution. By consuming yogurt, a product where the lactose has been partially broken down by bacterial cultures, those with lactase deficiency can still get their required calcium intake. So, whether you're lactase deficient or not, remember, it's not just about consuming calcium-rich foods, but also understanding how your body absorbs calcium. By understanding your body's specific needs, you can optimize your calcium absorption. Let's sum up what we've learned about calcium absorption. It's not as simple as just loading up on calcium-rich foods. The role of vitamin D3 and vitamin K2 is crucial in this process. Vitamin D3, which we can get mainly through sun exposure for about 15 minutes daily, helps our body absorb calcium. On the other hand, vitamin K2 activates osteocalcin and locks calcium ions, preventing them from staying in our blood vessels, which could lead to vascular calcification. Sources of vitamin K2 range from green vegetables and high-quality proteins to dairy products and fermented foods like natto. It's key to remember that the human body's absorption rate of calcium varies, and for those who are lactase deficient, consuming yogurt instead of milk can be a healthier choice. Remember, it's not just about how much calcium you consume, but how well your body absorbs it.